Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. And in today's video, I want to share with you my top 10 tools and softwares that I use in my Amazon FBA business. Now, I want to take you behind the scenes and share with you my sales right now. So this is over the last year. So from April 12th, 2022 to April 12th, 2023. We've done a little over $378,000 in sales, almost 10,000 orders. So I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly what I've been doing in my business to be able to make this much money, but more importantly, like the tools that I'm using. So I do mostly retail arbitrage and heavy into online arbitrage, mostly eBay to Amazon flips. So if you're new, if you've never sold on Amazon before, if you're trying to figure out what tools, what softwares should I use, coming from a person who's actually doing this, let's go into my messy garage and I want to share with you these different tools and softwares that I'm using. And now I want you to know just right off the bat, I'm not typically a slob, but we are cleaning out the garage. We have a whole transformation that's gonna be going down that we're gonna be documenting. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, and let's get into this video and have some fun. Come on. All right, so behind me is my house and my messy garage. So let's take you inside. I wanna show you some of the tools and supplies that I'm using. And again, we're gonna be doing a whole remodel. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because Zach, you could pan around. This place is somewhat of a mess right now. We have a bunch of boxes that obviously I have to throw away and whatnot, but this is my Amazon area. And this is the area that, you know, I'm currently doing 50,000 a month right now. The goal is to get to 100,000 a month. But let me share with you probably the most important part of selling on Amazon that a lot of people get wrong, and that's having a really good printer, okay? So I've used laser printers. This was actually my first printer right here. This is a Brother laser printer, which is really great. It uses toner, and this toner you can get really, really cheap for like 10 bucks, and it'll last for like 6 months. The problem is, this is only gonna print out like labels all at once. So there's two types of labels you're gonna need to print out. The first thing you're gonna need to print out is what's called an FNSKU label. This is a label that goes over the barcode right here. So with this Rollo printer right here, if you take a look, there's these little tiny labels right here that are 1 inch by 2 inches. And these are actually gonna have the identification of your product. So Amazon's gonna scan them in so they know your items are available for sale. So the Rollo printer can do both labels. It can do the small label right here to put over every product. And then I have another Rollo printer that has the 4 inch by 6 inch labels that are gonna go on the outside of the box. So pretty much you're gonna take all your products, you're gonna put them inside the box, label them with the FNSKU labels, the little tiny ones, and then you're gonna ship it out using UPS, and you're gonna stick the 4 by 6 inch labels on the outside of the box. So I can't say it enough, the Rollo printer, these are like 200 bucks. These are the wired ones. There are wireless ones that are like 300, but I don't wanna be dealing with any like connection issues or, you know, any problems that are gonna slow down the speed. The reason this is great right here as well, and this is really cool. So like for example, if you use a Brother laser printer, the one right here, you're gonna have to use 30 up labels, which means you're gonna have to print out all the labels at once, and then you're gonna have to find each individual item and label it. This, as you list it into your software, and I'll talk about the listing software I use, this will literally print out a label 1 by 1 by 1. So you list it, the label pops out, you slap it on, you throw it in the box, and it just streamlines the whole entire process. So I can't say it enough, the Rollo printer, the Rollo printer is money. You could start with this, you could start with any normal printer and print both of them, but yeah, the Rollo is great. Also, Zach, come on over here. I wanna show everybody this item, this little device right here. If you're gonna use a Rollo printer, I highly recommend getting these. They're like these little label holders, because the thing is you have to have your label kind of sitting there and you wanna just keep it organized and whatnot. So these are like, I don't know, it was like 20 bucks or whatnot. And you can put your labels, your FNSKU labels on it, just like that. And then it goes into the back, and then it literally just prints out 1 by 1 by 1. So this thing is a lifesaver right here. I also have another one for the 4 by 6s, but obviously it's just, I don't know, to keep things organized and whatnot. So that's the Rollo printers, and these are the holders. So let's move on to the next item. Tool number 2, this is a Natamoo scanner. Now, I don't have my phone on me because it's dying and it's upstairs, but I'm gonna just share with you why this is so important. So, you know, if you're thrifting, if you're going to, you know, Goodwills, Salvation Armies, garage sales, and you're looking for items to flip on Amazon, one of the easiest ways to determine how profitable an item is to scan the barcode. Now, there's a couple tools I'm gonna share with you, but I wanna let you know it's way faster to get yourself a scanner. This is a Natamoo scanner. I think it's like $50, and it's got a little laser on the outside. And the reason this is important is because when you're out and you're looking for items that have barcodes, boom, you could scan it. You could scan it. You could scan it. You could scan it. Now, a lot of these are kind of like duds and nothing special, but yeah, it's all about speed. Speed is the name of the game when you're selling on Amazon. So this is a great one. I'll put links down below, but any scanner would work. All about speed. It's all about moving through the inventory, because keep in mind, 90% inventory is going to be junk. You got to find the good stuff, and all it takes is one item that makes 40, 50 bucks. That'll make it worth your time. So definitely get yourself a scanner. Shipping boxes. This is very important when you're selling on Amazon, because there's a lot of boxes out there that maybe they just won't be the right size, or they're not really high quality, or there's boxes out there that are really expensive. You don't need anything super fancy. I'll be honest with you guys, I get all my boxes off of Lowe's. Now, I use 2 sizes. If you're doing a lot of like books, DVDs, board games, video games, I do electronics, I've been getting into supplements, I do a lot of different items, and you can actually pan right behind you, Zach. There's a bunch of my eBay to Amazon items that are actually getting ready to be unboxed. But we use 2 boxes, okay? So we use the 18 by 18 by 16s right here, okay? And these are, I believe they're $1.98. I've actually got the website up right here. So yeah, you can get those boxes for $1.98. And then I use another box. I'll share it with you guys in a second. I use the 16 by 12 by 12 Lowe's box. So the bigger ones are $1.98. The smaller ones are $1.38. And the best part is you can literally have Lowe's just drop them off at your house. I think you have to spend maybe like $100 or so. But that's what I do. And I just store them in my garage. So this is where all my, this is where my 16 by 12 by 12s are right here. So, you know, you want to get a bunch of them all, you know, loaded up. And then back here, these are the big ones right here. So usually every couple months or so, I re-up. So I ship out about, right now, about 5 boxes per week. And we've been shipping using the bigger ones right here. If we use the smaller ones, it would probably be like 10 or 11 boxes. But we're shipping out about 5 boxes, an average between 300 to 400 items per week. And it's typically around $5,000 to $6,000 of profit per week that we're shipping out, gross profit. So now that we talked about the shipping boxes, let's move on to the next tool. Tool number 4. I highly recommend you get yourself a scanning app. Now, you're gonna have the Amazon Seller app, which is something everybody should be, you know, having on their phone, and you should download because it's gonna share with you your sales, and you could scan items and barcodes to tell how much items are worth, to see the sales rank, so on and so forth. But I highly recommend that you get yourself either Scout IQ. This was actually my good buddy that we did a 5-day book selling workshop on, so I'll link that up down below. But this is the app right here. You literally will scan the item. It'll tell you the profit, the rank, the e-score, which is how many sales there's been in the last 6 months, days with at least 1 sale, the prices for FBA, merchants, so on and so forth. So option number 1 is Scout IQ. And with Scout IQ, there's different plans. I think there's one that starts at like less than 20 bucks a month. And then there's one that's like 40 something a month, which will have database mode, which essentially will allow you to scan items if you don't have the internet. So it'll download the database and allow you to scan. And we've all had situations like that. And that's the worst thing you could do. Go to a library sale or a thrift store and there's like all these books and you're like, I can't scan. Database mode will save your butt. Also, there is a cheaper version as well of Scout IQ, which is called Scoutly. It's a different company. I personally don't use Scoutly, but I have a lot of good friends, and my good buddy Mike, the used book guy, he's a big fan of Scoutly as well. And these apps, again, do the same thing. They allow you to scan, analyze items, and again, be able to see how profitable an item is. I always get comments all the time, well, Steve, how are you gonna know what books to buy? The Amazon app, the Scout IQ app, Scoutly, whatever one you choose to use, will give you the information. And if you get yourself a barcode scanner, it'll link up with the app and allow you to scan that much faster. Now, these apps also are gonna have rules. So you see how it's green up here? That means buy. If it was a bad item, it would come up with red. So you're able to create rules, or what are known as custom triggers with these apps. I know it sounds all fancy and complicated. It's not that complicated. For anyone who's in Reselling Freedom, that's my membership site that I run with about 10 coaches where we help people sell on Amazon. We have all of the triggers for Scout Lee and Scout IQ that we use. So if you're in there or you wanna check it out, I'll put a link down below. But definitely get yourself a scanning app, and of course get yourself a scanner, because speed is gonna make you money in this game. All right, so I'm on my computer right now and I'm getting ready to list items, and one of the things that drives me nuts is, and I feel bad for new sellers, right? If you're a new seller right now, it's not your fault, but it drives me insane when people will start selling on Amazon and they're like, oh, it takes forever to list, and printing labels and shipping, and Amazon makes it so hard. And I empathize with you because Amazon does make it very challenging. That's why you do not want to list using Amazon Seller Central. Let me repeat myself. You do not want to list using Amazon Seller Central. Now, what I'm gonna share with you in terms of how I'm listing, it does cost money. I use a software called GoToLister. If you wanna check them out, I'll put a link below. If not, stick with what you have. There's also other softwares. I'm just sharing what I personally use. But GoToLister, I think it's, I don't know, 50 bucks a month or something. It allows you to list items probably like 5 times faster than Amazon Seller Central. And when it comes to growing an Amazon business, it's very simple. You need to source more profitable products, you have to list more profitable products, and you have to ship more profitable products. So what I'm gonna share with you right here, and Zach, I'll have you come around, this is a software called GoToLister, okay? And I'm not gonna do a whole tutorial right here. I'll make a video in the future sharing, but essentially, this software right here allows me to list my items way faster. And I actually switched to this software, I think, I don't know, a couple months back. I'd have to scroll back, but you can see, since I started using this, I've sent out 43 boxes, and that consisted of 2,604 total SKUs, okay? So what I paid for my inventory was $57,000, and my net profit so far is $47,858. So you could see last week I listed on, because today I think is what, the 11th or 12th of April at the time of this recording. On April 8th, we sent out 4 boxes, and that came to, I think, like a little over 220 items. It was a little bit lighter of a week, but it came to over 5,000 in profit. So the whole purpose of this, again, is it links up with the Rollo printer, and it also links up with your Amazon account. So when you list a product using this, instead of having to answer like a million questions, which is Amazon's gonna ask you, like, you might be selling a book and Amazon's like, does it have batteries in it? Is it an explosive? And it's like, no, Amazon, it's not. It's a book. So definitely check out GoToLister. I'll put a link down below, but this will help you list so much faster. And when you list an item, it's only gonna give you a couple questions, and you could save templates. The label will automatically print out, again, the F and SKU. You'll slap it on the product, you'll throw it in the box, and bada bing, bada boom, the profits are coming soon. All right, so once you list all your items, and hopefully you check out GoToLister, there's other softwares out there like Inventory Lab, AccelerList. Once you list all your items, you put it in a box and you ship it all out. There's a couple options. Option number one, you're gonna go to UPS, because you're gonna ship through UPS. That's the cheapest method, and Amazon will give you discounts as well for shipping through UPS. You can actually take your boxes, put them in your vehicle, and then go to UPS, wait in line, and drop it off. But I have a better solution. So I'm on my computer right now, and I want you guys to check out this website. It's called Pirate Ship, okay? So it's Pirate Ship. I'm gonna Google that, and here it is right here, pirateship.com. So this is a really great website because it will actually allow you to be able to schedule a pickup through UPS. And yeah, you could go to ups.com and schedule a pickup, but they're gonna charge you like 20 bucks for a pickup. That's way too expensive. So the best part about this website is you can literally schedule a pickup for only $4. And it doesn't matter if you're sending out 1 box or you're sending out 20 boxes, it's $4. On the weekend, I think it's like $6. But this is what I always do every single week. We batch everything up, we ship it out, and then we schedule a pickup. You could schedule a pickup for the same day. Now, I guess the downside is if you live like in an apartment or you're in an area where you're, you know, speaking of pirates, like the, what is it called? The porch pirates, yeah, who go and they steal things off your steps. Be careful. Like, I'm not just leaving like, you know, if I have 5,000 profit on my steps, that's like $20,000 worth of product because my margin's around 25%. So don't be a crazy person and just leave all your stuff out if you're living in the hood or wherever you're living, right? Or in a place where people are stealing. But they'll come the same day, and you could schedule like a window of time. Now, a lot of people think when you schedule through Pirate Ship, they're like, oh, that means I'm going to be printing my labels through Pirate Ship instead of Amazon. No. You're going to do everything that you normally do, printing your labels through Amazon Seller Central, because that doesn't change. GoToLister will list your items, but you still have to push it through on Amazon Seller Central. But once you're done, you literally just go in here, schedule a pickup, and bada bing, bada boom, the profits are coming soon. Tool number 7 is very important, and this is a shipping scale. Now, I used to use a scale that was a lot smaller, and it had a much smaller base, and it made it difficult sometimes when you're, putting boxes on top of it. This one, I don't remember the brand, but I'll put a link down below. This was $50, right? So it is gonna cost you a little bit more. There are scales out there. Like I think I had the Weighmax 55 or something before, that was like $20. This does cost $50, but it's a lot bigger. And especially when you're shipping with, really big boxes like these 18 by 18 by 16s, like if it's got a small base, it's just hard to get it on and like it falls off all the time. So this just makes it a lot easier. And you're gonna be printing all your labels from home. You're not gonna be going to UPS and having them print. For anyone out there, especially you eBay sellers, right? Drives me insane. Like every week I get like anywhere from 200 to 400 items that I buy from eBay to flip on Amazon. If you guys wanna learn how to do that, you can check out my masterclass down below. But it's surprising that it's probably not a ton, but it's like 25% of people, they still like handwrite their labels and like go to the post office or like they're just not printing it from home. On Amazon, you're always gonna print from home. You're gonna get your own shipping label. You're gonna have your own printer. You're gonna print it, getting the discounted Amazon UPS relationship discount, and then you're gonna schedule through Pirate Ship. So just wanna share with you guys my scale. This thing's pretty cool. All right, let's talk about tool number 8. And this is my handy dandy little Bqool Nice. It's a really cheap scanner. Now this is different than the Natamu scanner, okay? The Natamu I'm using when I'm out in the field and I'm trying to scan items, although this would work somewhat similar, but just to streamline my workflow, pretty much what I do is when I'm in GoToLister, and this is just a test batch, and this isn't even hooked up right now because again, we're fixing up my garage and everything's a mess right now and I've got plugs all pulled out and whatnot. But essentially the way this works is like when you go to list your items, you're gonna have to put in the ISBN or the ASIN. So the slow way of listing on Amazon would be to, type in the ISBN 978-156-1-583-362, and then I would put in my source. So maybe I got it from the thrift store, maybe my buy cost was $1. Good condition. I don't think I have anything set up, but I'm just gonna push this through. Normally what would happen is my label would print out, I would slap it over it. But you see how that's kind of like a slow process of having to list it right there. Instead, what you could do, and again, I don't have this hooked up, I have myself this little $20 scanner with the stand right there. And what I would do is instead of typing in the ISBN, boom, I would just scan it and it would list instantly. So for 20 bucks, this will save you like 20 seconds every single time you list an item into the software, okay? So definitely get yourself one of these. Again, I'm gonna link everything up down below. But like I said, I'm gonna say it again over and over and over again, there's a lot of money to be made on Amazon, but you have to streamline your process and you have to get these tools and softwares to help you be able to move faster. All right, number 9 is gonna be shipping tape. So again, let me bring you into my fancy garage right here. Stay posted on my YouTube channel in like the next 2 to 3 months. I'm telling you, this place is gonna look completely different. But this is the shipping tape that I've been using lately. It's called Perfect Tape, heavy duty packing tape. I'll link it up below. I don't remember what I'm paying for it, but I know it was one of the best deals. This seems to stick pretty well on the Lowe's boxes, and that's one of the reasons I like using the Lowe's boxes, is because some boxes tape just doesn't seem to stick on it very well and it'll peel off. This is what I'm using. Again, I'm not like in a partnership with them or anything, but I use the 2.7 mil thickness, 60 yards each, 360 total for everything. And I guess the moral of the story is just make sure whatever shipping tape you get, don't get the cheapest, thinnest crap, because if you do, it's going to be so thin. Like, I know some of the mill levels get down to like 1.8 or something. It's going to fall off. It's going to peel. It's not going to stick well. And you got to protect your investment. And for me personally, everybody always laughs at me and they're like, dude, you're a nut job. And it's like, yeah, I am a nut job. And they're like, well, why do you tape the boxes so much? Sometimes I have $1,500 to $2,000 profit in the box. Why am I not going to spend 50 cents of tape to protect my investment? So I'm a little paranoid in that sense. I know people laugh at me all the time, but protect your investment, and that starts with some good shipping tape. Look at the quality of this right here. This is the Amazon Basics photography cube. If you can't see it, I'll link it up down below. I think this was like, I don't know, $100 or $120. And you might be thinking, Steve, when you're selling on Amazon, you don't have to take pictures and stuff. That's the best part of selling on Amazon. And you'd be correct, because we're piggybacking on listings. And that's like I said, that's the best part of Amazon. If you're piggybacking on a listing, you don't have to take photographs. So why am I showing you, let me put the light up on my screen a little bit, but why am I showing you this? Look how freaking clean that looks. I don't know if you could see that on the video, but the reason is when you sell on Amazon, and I'm gonna be fully transparent, one of the downsides is people could return items for whatever reason they want. I mean, I guess the same applies on eBay, but when you get items back that are returned or damaged, like look at this item. I sold it brand new. Customer opened it up and just freaking sent it back damaged. I got screwed out of this. I mean, it's literally only like 3% of the time. So every business is gonna have those types of issues. But what I do is I like to put it in here, and I'll be honest with you guys, like my eBay store is like pretty non-existent right now, but I have a whole bunch of items I've been stockpiling, and I got this, and I'm gonna start selling my items that get like damaged or returned. And even like certain items that are low ticket, I might just bundle up like 15 of them, stack them up in here, take a nice picture, and list it on eBay. So I highly recommend, if you're going to sell on Amazon, and if it's worth your time. I know for some people it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't really care. That's fine. But if you wanna make money from your returns or damaged items, definitely check out the Amazon Basics Photography Cube. So there we go. Those are the top 10 tools and softwares that I use in my Amazon business that has done almost $400,000 in sales with around a 25% profit margin in the last year. The goal for 2023, and I shared it publicly a couple months back, $750,000, and my plan is to put about $150,000 to $175,000 profit in my pocket with my eBay to Amazon flipping model, with thrifting, retail arbitrage. And just to be perfectly transparent, like I'm not making this video like, oh, you're gonna be able to do this overnight and it's gonna happen in 3 months. I've been doing this for years, and especially over the last 18 months, I have been going freaking balls to the wall, crazy, optimizing. I have a team, I have virtual assistants. So just know it's a journey. This isn't a race. Start slow, start with step one. I've actually got a video that we're gonna be filming today that's gonna share my best advice for building a $100,000 a year Amazon business. So if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe. And if you'd like my help to be able to teach you, to be able to help you, to be able to coach you, I have 2 programs I'd like to recommend. Number one is Reselling Freedom. So if you're brand new, if you don't know how to list, if you don't know how to use GoToLister, if you don't understand the softwares, if you'd like to be able to ask questions from people who are actually doing it, check out Reselling Freedom. It's a monthly membership. It's extremely affordable, and I can promise you, you're gonna get like 100x the value. And then if you wanna learn, if you have some more experience, how to flip from eBay to Amazon, definitely check out my eBay to Amazon Masterclass. It's over 15 hours worth of training, sharing what I'm doing in the trenches every single day. So with that being said, appreciate you all. Hopefully you found value in this video, and keep on picking and making that money. Much love. Bye.